Thank you. We are happy that yes, the platform is has helped quite a number of people. Where we get to discuss how we can manage, how we can make, and then how we can multiply our money, our finance. And I think it's been really helpful. We are glad to know you're there. We could see Aime Uwa. Thank you for joining. I can see my very Apostle Sunday. Thank you, Daddy, for your continuous support, your perpetual support. I'm really grateful. Thank you, Daddy, for always being there. George Osagie, thank you for joining. Quite a number of people are just joining in now. And we can start now because I was just hoping people join more and then we can start. So we're not waiting anymore. It's 10 minutes past and then we just have to go ahead and then start. Thank you. For today, you see, I try to want to bring something very clear so that we can begin to picture and get a clearer understanding of what money really is. It's so unfortunate that they didn't get to teach us in the walls of the university what money is. But you see, quite a number of us are following and chasing after this thing called money. But the question is, do we really have an understanding of what money is? What knowledge do you know about money? What information do you know about money? What's your knowledge when it comes to money? You will agree with me that those who knows will always rule over those who doesn't know. It's our time to write. I didn't need to tell you that anyway. I think you should start writing. Get your pen, please. Please get your pen. It will help you. Always go back to it. Go back to it. Go back to it. Don't just think it, but ink it. Ink it in terms of writing down. Like I just said now, that those who knows will always rule over those who doesn't know. If you know, certainly you will do much more better. There is no way you will not do much more better. Because the more you are learning, the more you will earn. So it is actually learning that brings earning. So learning is bringing earning. So the more you learn, the more you will earn. Earning in terms of EARNING, earning, to actually gain something, to get something in return. So the more you learn, the more you will earn. It is also very important to note that, the best of you is in you. So you've got all that you so need to succeed. But you see, if I have mentioned that the best of you is always in you, then please, it's important to also know that the completion of you is in others. I'll repeat that again. The best of you is always in you. However, the completion of you is always in others. That means you are not complete without others. But the best is always in you. Your completion is in others. And you need others. And the reason why you need others is for more. It's for multiplication. It's to actually multiply yourself. No matter how smart you are, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how educated you are, you cannot survive alone. And that's why we have this platform, to educate people. The reason why we have the renewed mind, you can see the word renewed. The reason why we have the renewed mind is because we want to ensure that people are schooled, are educated when it comes to finance. So the renewed mind is there to support, to help you through your financial journey. That's why we are there as a platform, because we recognize that transformation can only come if your mind is renewed. So to get transformed, you need a renewed mind, because it's out of the mind that decisions are made. And for you to make a better decision or a bright decision, then it must be from an informed mind. So a better information will give better decision. So if you are informed and then having to learn under this platform, it just shows that yes, you've been educated and your decision now it's actually enhanced or it's better. And that's why we are there, to educate your mind. In terms of education, let me quickly go in there. There are actually 3 aspects of education. There are 3 aspects to education or of education. And what is the 3? 1, you have people that I refer to as the educated. You see, we have another set of people that we refer to them as uneducated. But you see, the last one, which is miseducated. In fact, that is where the problem is. The real problem is actually miseducated. It's very, very difficult. You will agree with me. So start teaching someone that already learned something. And if that person, whatsoever the person learned it the wrong way. So start reteaching that person that has been miseducated or misinformed is always difficult. Always difficult. That is where the problem is. That's why you see a lot of people, they will be sincere, but they are sincerely wrong. Yes, they are sincere, but their sincerity is completely wrong. And for you to be financially free, you need to have the right understanding about money and what money actually is. So if you have been misinformed, yes, it's going to be very, very difficult for me, but thank God you are right in this platform, because we need to continue to teach you so that you can make a bright decision when it comes to money. When we talk about money, it's important to know that there is difference between money and currency. Please take note, money is universal, but currency is geographical. Please take note, I'll repeat that again. Money itself is universal, but you see, currency is geographical. The currency being used here is different from the currency that may be likely be used in Ghana, as the case may be, or in Nigeria. Nigeria use naira, and they are using that naira, as it were, and that happened to be the currency in that geographical location, which is Nigeria. There are places you take that currency, which is naira now, to it will not be legal tender. You can't present it and they cannot give you anything in return. But like I said, money is universal, currency is geographical. If you don't have money, currency will not flow. You know why you see some people spraying money, as the case may be, currency now. Say, man, see how the money is flowing. But you see, I have just told you that if you don't have money, currency will not flow. And for you to have money and for currency to flow to you, the currency or the money should have been available. For example, if you have an ATM card and you present that ATM card to the bank, money is going to come out in terms of the naira now, so to say, or pounds, because you have it right in your account. It's coming out and flow to you when you present the card. The card itself is not money. The paper or currency in terms of the paper is not also money. I think in one of my teaching, I was trying to explain to you what real money is by showing you 20 pounds. And I said it was written clearly in the 20 pound that it is upon the presentation of the 20 pound, that is when you get the equivalent of the 20 pound in return. The value of the 20 pound is what you get. But itself, upon demand, when you present it upon demand, they say pay the bearer upon demand. pay whoever that is holding 20 pounds in terms of the paper now. Once this person presents it, then pay the person the value of 20 pounds. If you check your 20 pounds, is written at the top. You will see it, pay the bearer upon the presentation of this paper, as it were. But you see, the problem is we keep running after the fruits and not the roots. Don't run after currency. Get to understand what money actually is and run afterwards the money, as it were, what money is. In return, you will get currency. So we need to quit running after the fruits and let's go after the roots. And when you do this, there is no way you cannot have reproduction, because it's the seed that actually brings reproduction. If you check the money museum in different countries, you will get to see how means of transaction have actually, involved, or over time, what people were using. You will agree with me that they were not having this paper as we have today. So what was it that they were using way back? What were they using? So when we talk about money, the paper with you is not money. We need to agree that first. The paper with you is not money. Your ATM card is not money. Your check is not money. Then the question will be, what is money? What is money? What is money? Because you need to have an understanding of what money is if you must get it. Because if you don't know what you are looking for, even as that when you find it, you will not know. You will actually pass it by. If we want to trace it through dispensation or through era or age, way back we do have what we refer to as the hunter-gathering or caveman age or era. As at this very era, there was nothing like money like we call today. No clothes, there was no office, no bills to pay, there was no school, no mall like shopping mall, no cars as at this era. People were primarily called hunters, or they were hunting, or they were actually called cavemen. At this era, or as at this time, what they needed was two things. They needed what we call energy and skill. What they needed as at this time, it was energy, and then number two is skill. Energy in terms of hard work. Skill in terms of smart work. Please take note of those two things I just said. Two words. Energy equal to smart work, hard work. Skill equal to smart work. I'll repeat that. Energy equal to hard work. Skills equal to smart work. The question is hard work and smart work still relevant today? If I ask you that question now, is hard work and smart work still relevant today? The question is simple, or the answer is simple. And what's the answer? Yes. Hard work, smart work is still very relevant as at today. But you see, at this level, their energy and skill was actually their own money as at that level. And which level am I talking about? The hunter/gathering, or what I refer to as caveman age. At this level, their energy, their skill was their own money. But you will note something here, that they had something that they did not recognize, the usefulness. They had land, but they were not after land. It was not relevant to them at all. Land was completely irrelevant to them. What they were after were actually things running on land. Please take note of, because I'm taking you through history, but I'm coming to a point which at the end of the day it will help and enhance your knowledge when it comes to what money actually is. And the better you recognize what it is, so that you know how to go after it, and then so that you can get it. Like I said before, when you are running after something and you don't know what you are running after, by the time the evil come and show up, you will not recognize it, because in the first place you don't even know what you were looking for. Don't forget, I've said that what they needed as at that time was two things. Please take note of those two things. Let me make it interactive. What was those two things I mentioned? Who can unmute himself? In fact, I need someone to tell me. I've mentioned two things that was completely needed as at the time. What were those two things? I mentioned two things that was relevant. Yes, go ahead.
Energy and skill.
Energy and skill. Thank you. Energy and skills. And I equate energy to be what? Who can remember?
Hard work.
Hard work. And then skill.
Hard work and
Smart work.
Good. Are you learning? Are you learning something?
Yes, sir.
You better share it. Send it out to people. Let them know that there is a class going on that will enhance and brighten their knowledge when it comes to their finance. So that by the time you now make this money, they will not come after you. It's better you carry them along, so that as you are getting these resources in terms of finance, money, they will also have it. They will not envy you at the end of the day. So you need to help them. What you can give to them is knowledge, so that they don't come after you at the end of the day. I was sharing with someone that I think I've also shared in this platform. A man left abroad, I think it was America, the man went to the village. Upon getting to the village, like we would naturally would do, especially those of us in diaspora, share money and give money out to families and friends. This man gave money to his uncle. When I mean money, I mean the currency now. And traveled back to America. Not too long, the man was now sick. And people were wondering, why is he sick? What's going on? To the point of death. They took the man back to Nigeria. Getting back to Nigeria, different things were done until somebody pointed it out and said, oh, is this your uncle that is after you? You see, people will always be after people in Nigeria. I don't know why. They say, sorry, they said in abroad, when things is wrong, they want to know what and why. But they say in Africa, when things is wrong, they want to know who. Who is responsible? Not what is responsible. But you see, they discovered that it was the uncle that was after him. When they asked the uncle, why do you want to kill this man? Do you know what he said? It will shock you. He said, yes, that the last time he came to Nigeria, he didn't see new money to give to him. He gave him old money. He owed him. He gave him old notes. You can imagine such mindset. Someone even gave you, but see the mind that you have entitlement mentality. He said he gave him hold note. But you see, that's why you need to help people to come to this platform, so that as you are getting the resources, the money, they are also getting it, or what I refer to as the currency for this teaching, for the purpose of this teaching. So like I said, they have skills, and then they have what we call energy, as at that level of the hunter-gathering age. But you see, they had lands, but they were not running after land. They were running after things running on land, animals that were running on land. That was what they were after. The ground was there, but it was not useful to them. They were not using it at all. However, please take note. What they were running after, every day, it was reducing, because the animal they kill today will not be there anymore. What they were running after were reducing. They did not have the knowledge that they could just put a male and a female together, maybe rear them at the back of their house, so that they can get what we call reproduction, instead of running after, because each time they want animal, they have to run into the bush, look for them, and then kill and bring home. But you see, please take note of what I just said. They did not have the knowledge that they could actually, they could rear this animal, put a male and a female in back of their house, thereby saving them time, saving them energy. Because once they have it in back of their house, and they have a male and a female, that male and female will continue to do what we call reproduction. They will continue to reproduce. Continue to reproduce. Please take note. Is your money reproducing? Is it saving you time? Is it saving you energy? As long as it's in the right condition, the male and the female they will put at the back will continue to reproduce. But you see, right at this era, as long as whatsoever they were running after were reducing, it became a problem. What was in use was energy and skill. And I said the energy and skill was their own money as at the time, which is the era of hunter/gathering or caveman era or age. But you see, after this age, there was another age that followed, which is the farming and agrarian age. The farming, or what we refer to as the agrarian age or era. But how did they transit into this era from the first era, which is the hunter era, into farming and agrarian age? How did they transit? Please take note. They transited by two things. One was actually emulation, and then the second one was observation. The transition point was through emulation, and then the second one I mentioned now is through what I refer to as observation. Why they are running after, for example, a particular animal, maybe they decide to cut off a tree. The next day they notice that this thing is growing. Or they got a seed after eating the fruits. They notice they left the seed. They say, it seems this thing was growing yesterday. I trimmed it off. It's also growing again. So they were learning through emulation and then through observation. And that was how they learned. And these two are actually what I refer to as, they are actually form of knowledge. Because way back, the best form, for example, the children that we have at home, they learn faster by just observation. They will learn faster by just watching, observation, and then emulation. They will emulate whatsoever that they are seeing. What you see or what people see is what they will do. You see what people do, you do it. You see what people do, you do it. They just realize, like I said, that if you put seed on the ground, it will grow. And they got that by observation. Not because they went to a particular school, not because there was a school to train them for it. No. Mere observation and then emulation. They got an understanding that, oh, this thing can grow. This thing I trimmed off yesterday is growing again. Something would have been on the ground that is making it to grow. That was how they actually transited into farming. In fact, everybody went into farming. Please take note, the first era, they were running after what was on the ground, which is animal. But this time, the second era, they focus on the ground itself. Two things I want you to spot there. The first era, they were running after what was on the ground. The second era, they are actually running not after what is running on the ground, but rather they are running after the ground itself. Because now everybody was now actually farming. They were all farming. They focus on the ground itself and what the ground can produce. But you see, there is the third phase. They didn't know that there were things inside the ground that was much more than what the ground was producing. First, they were running after things running on ground. The second one, they were on after the ground itself. But like I have said, now I brought the third dimension to it. Things right under or right inside the ground, but there are things right in or under the ground, which I will come to very soon. At this level, the currency which was in use remained the same, which is skill and energy. But they needed skill to cultivate, to farm, to put a seed, energy, and then skill to know when and where to actually plant. Don't forget, you see, for the hunters, as at that level, they were very, very rich. You could see a lot of rich hunters. But I doubt if there is anybody that is still doing hunting now that is rich. You know why? The reason is this. They remain poor because they refuse to change or evolve. The hunters, people that are doing hunting till now, go and check, they are very poor. It's because they refuse to what? Get that transition. You can't stick to old and expect the new to be bettered in you. You must be ready to make that transition. Everybody needs to continue to learn new things. In fact, what we need is you need to continue to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. Because there are some answers you have before that were solving some problems before. Those answers doesn't solve problems anymore. They cannot solve the same problem. You have these answers before. They were useful way back. But if you present the same answer to the same problem now, it will not solve it. Please learn something new. Refuse to stay the way you are. Things has changed. Everything in life comes with what I refer to as inherent expiring. Everything in life. There is absolutely nothing in the human experience that doesn't come with inherent expiring. But you see, the duty of genius is the ability to recognize the sport and cooperate with it. I said the duty of genius. They recognized that very sport of expiring, cooperate with it immediately, and make that transition. And will happen with an enhanced knowledge. That's before everybody turned to it. The genius, they've done it, they've even left it. They are fast to recognize the change coming. They taste that change immediately, fast enough to quickly change. But you see, if you stick to the old and you think the new will not come, by the time you know it, that old that you have stick to will become a problem for you, and it will be the one to actually end everything. You will not be relevant, as the case may be. It is also important to note at this junction that knowledge function in four realms. Knowledge, because I was talking about learning new things. They need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Knowledge function between four realms. And what are these four realms? The realm of what I refer to as the words, the realm of the words, the realm of the why, the realm of who or how, yes, how, the realm of how, and then the last one is the realm of what is next. The four realms are the realm of what, the realm of why, the realm of how, and then the last one is the realm of what is next. The what and then the why is the energy of motivation, though it is what I refer to as lower resolution anyway. Is actually a lower resolution of what we call how. That's the what and then the why. The energy of how is what I refer to as innovation. That's the energy of how is innovation. Why the energy of what is next is domination. People that know what is to come, we always dominate because they already know what is to come. Was it today I was talking about the restraints of relevance and measurable legacy? I said it is the capacity to move into what is next. And once you have that capacity to move into what is next, it creates what we call power for you. It creates authority. It creates strength. In fact, it's territorial. You dominate the zone. Don't forget, I mentioned four realms: the what, the why, how, and then what is next. But I said the better place to stay is the ability to recognize what is next. What is next, you run ahead and wait there. Before people know what is it, you are already aware, and for you it becomes what? It will be strength for you. And you see, this is what people actually miss, that lock them up or keep them stuck in the past. They stick themselves in the past. And if you don't recognize this, you'll be thrown into the dustbin of history. And it's so bad if you let yourself to be in that particular realm, locked up in the dustbin of history. Let's come back to land. Let's come back. So land became important during the agrarian age. And you see, at this level, it was actually the royals that were the owners of lands. People now know the usefulness of lands because they were planting, farming on lands. The word, please take note, the word real estate. I know you know the word, you used to hear it. Real estate was actually from the word royal estate. That's where the word came from. It was from the word royal, but the royals were actually the custodians or the owners of lands. So the word real estate was actually from the word royal estate. Something happened in which country is Robert Mugabe? Zimbabwe. Yes, Zimbabwe. Something happened. Robert Mugabe schooled abroad, came back and was so angry because the whites have dominated their lands. He fought them to it to ICJ. That's International Court of Justice. I think he's in the Hague. He fought them and they won that case. Because he asked them, he said, for you to have the land, it was Robert Mugabe was asking, he said, for you to have this land, tell us who gave you the transfer. How did you get the land? He was asking. They won that case at ICJ. But you see, he got back the lands from the whites. But something happened to them. They didn't have the skill to till the land and get the best out of it. And all the crops and everything starts getting bad. In fact, they didn't have the skill. They got the land, but they didn't have the skill. You can have something and you don't have the required skill to cultivate it that can, at the end of the day, give you something meaningful. They have the land. They got it back from the whites. But you see, that brought Zimbabweans, Robert Mugabe and his people, back into poverty. Please, skills is very important. Please take note. Skills is very important. Very important. The agrarian age came, brought many changes. Many changes came up. And what were the changes agrarian age brought? It brought what we call an enhanced class system, which I talked about the royals. Brought out those, oh, we are the royals. There was now class system. Apart from that, it brought what we call the renewed polygamy. People now start getting married to more than one wives to support farm, to support the children, for the children to support them in the farm. So the reason why people got married to a lot of wives way back, having a lot of children, was not properly because they just wanted to get married to many women. Because way back, the more children you have, the more you are going to do well in your family, the more, as in a lot of people, you are going to have family in your farm, because the children, once they are of age, they go straight to support you in the farm. So the reason why they were marrying a lot was actually to have more children, so that these children can support in the farm. Energy was important. Another thing that the agrarian age brought the changes is actually what I refer to as the revived slave trade. In fact, slave trade came in because people now see the need for humans to work in farm, and made what we call, I'll give you this, let this 1, 2, 3, 4 persons, let them come in, I'm going to buy them over so that they can actually start farming right with me. Trade by barter actually started with the exchange of slaves. The trade by barter. There was no money. People did what we call trade by barter. What was trade by barter? You have this, I have this, we have an exchange. You have tomatoes, I have yam. You need my tomatoes, I need your yam. We exchange it. So that was what actually was trade by barter, or that's what's trade by barter. Trade by barter started with the exchange of slaves. It became what we refer to as their economical system. The economic system then was actually trade by barter, which is actually you use what you have to get what you want. You use what you have to get what you want. Using what you have to get what you want. Please take note, using what you have to get what you want. Using what you have to get what you want. Question is, how many of us want something? The question should be, what do you have? What do you have? What you need to survive is inside of you. I can tell you that. The more value you present in the marketplace, where exchange do take place, the more money you will get in return. I'll repeat that. The more value you present in the marketplace where exchange do take place, the more money you will get in return. That's just bring me to let you know that real money is value. And when you exchange value, you get money in return. The question is, what value do you have? What value do you have? What is the thing that is of value that is inside of you? I can't believe you want money in return, but you are not giving. I don't know how people have such mindset. You want to get something and you are not ready to exchange something. To get money, there must be exchange. Exchange of what? It must be value. Presenting something that is valuable, you will get money in return. I was telling, I can't remember, it was still on this platform. I said, when you go before the rich people, don't go there asking for what you want to get from them. Rather, go and present value. And in presenting value, you get money in exchange. You get money in exchange. And there's something God has given to everybody that is of value. We have what we call time. We have time. Everybody has got 24 hours. Whether you are a Christian, you are not a Christian, you've got 24 hours. You've got time. You've got time. You've got time. Anyway, depending on the age that you are in, anyway. Some doesn't have the time anymore. If you are 80 years old, how much time do you have? Even though you still have enough time, the next question will be, what is the amount of energy that you have in you? What is the amount of energy that you have? So we can conclude that by saying that real money is value. And what is value? I've mentioned something. Quite a number of the values that we have are intangible. And God has placed it in everybody, every man. Value. Value. Real money is value. You trade value. You trade your time. You trade your energy. You trade your knowledge. Knowledge is also value. Answers to problems is value. Answers to problems. Remember, was it when I was talking about where to find money or where money is? I said money is located in problems. And to get money, I said solve problems. I said if you are not solving problems, I said you become the problem. You will become the problem. And anybody that solves you will collect money from you. Anybody that solves you will collect money from you. So what others are running away from is what we are running towards. And what are we running towards? We are running towards problems. And why are we running towards these problems? We want answers. We want to solve the problems. And once you are able to solve problems, you get money in return. Solve small problems, you get small money. Solve big problem, you will get big problem. You will get big money. Solve big problems, you will get big money. So you need value. So the question will also be, how do you create value? How do you create value? I've talked about time. What do you do with your time? What do you do with your time? Hard work doesn't kill, it pays. You need education. You need to learn something new. You need skills. I can't believe you want to get something, money now, and you are not presenting value. You are not presenting time. You are not presenting energy. You are not presenting skills. You are not presenting answers to problems. You cannot get money in return. Once you have all of this, once you have value, then welcome. You have money. Money may not be the physical one that you put in your pocket. No. To get money, present value. And once you present value, here comes money. So rather than focusing on running after money, run after value. Create value for yourself. And once you present this in the marketplace, you get exchange. When people go to university, what they do have, it's education. They will become schooled in their mind. And that is what people actually employed. Qualification. They get qualified. And then once they create answers to problems, they will get money in return. How many problems are you solving? If you want money, solve problems. Solve. Be answers. Be answers. I think I should welcome questions. Let's take time out to get some questions in. We are going to continue from here. I've talked about two eras. I talked about the hunter, tracing how money began. I've traced it now to trade by barter, the agrarian age. We are going into the industrial age. I will also let you know on this platform. But let me take time out to ask, to allow some questions. Let's see how we welcome some questions. If you know you've got some questions in for me, put up your hands right in the platform, and then I'll be ready to take some of the questions that will be coming in. If you've got some questions, let me allow some questions. It's important you create value for yourself if you want money. To be sincere with all of you, you need to be of value. Present value. Present value. If you come before anybody, be ready to give something. There should be an exchange, and once you exchange, you get money in return. Quite a number of people, they are not ready to exchange anything. They just want to get money. It doesn't work like that. In the place or in the marketplace, you must be ready to present value. And once you present value, at the end of the day, you will get money. So look out for value. Get value within yourself. And then at the end of the day, you get money in return. Let's get questions coming in. Questions. Don't forget smart work and hard work. Smart work and hard work. Smart work and then hard work. Smart work, hard work. Let's get the first question coming in. Yes. Just to encourage you, please go to the platform. Go to the platform, our YouTube page, and get this video. Listen to it over and over and over and over again. It's going to help you. Listening to it over and over again is going to help you. The last teaching by Mayowa is ready on the platform. It's right there in the YouTube page. Just type George Owen or type the Renew Mind. You will see it there. The 26 questions that Mayowa listed is right there. Go to it on financial questions that everybody should be able to answer. And at the end, your mind will be schooled, and then it will influence your decision making. And at the end, you will get money in return. I think this is where I'm going to close this for today. In our next meeting, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time, we are bringing in a guest who is coming in, who is going to, like I said, it's someone that is a major person in the financial world, who is coming to support whatsoever knowledge that we are giving out here. Remember, I have said the reason why we have the renewed mind is because we have a better understanding that once your mind is renewed, your decision making will be better. And once your decision making is better, it will influence on your finance, because it's just actually our decision that determine our destiny. Once your decision is good, you will likely get success at the end of the day. I think this is where we draw the curtain. Thank you all for joining. I want you to continue to invite people to this platform. The next we are meeting is going to be in 2 weeks' time. I'm not too sure if the coordinator is in here. The coordinators for London. Let me just let you know, on the 18th is our next meeting. Coordinator for London, are you here?
Yes, good evening. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Please let us know when the next meeting will be.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for your time, sir. It's going to be on the 18th, in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, kindly invite people and subscribe to our page. Renewed Mind, George Owen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Let's see how we invite people to our next meeting, and learn to share. Learn to share with people, so that you will not just be the one, just like that man that went to say, well, you give me dirty money. Please, I beg you, let's ensure that people within our community, within us, our friends, our well-wishers, our family, also share in this knowledge. God bless you. Thank you. Freedom Center, that should be a kitty, if I'm not mistaken. A kitty, are you there? I'm quite sure if that's a kitty or is that actually the coordinator from London. Thank you, Doris, the new person. Thank you, Doris, for joining. Thank you, Doris. I just hope you learned something today. Thank you, Pastor Fabiana, for bringing in Doris. Doris, I'm so glad you were here. Thank you, Vitera Sodiq. I'm saying my thank you now. Vitera Sodiq,
thank you so much
for coming. Thank you. Austin Ediale, thank you. Greatness, that's Dr. Vito. Queenette Coca, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Esther, God bless you. Thank you. George Osaige, that's my namesake. George, thank you for joining. God bless you. Chidima Eze, God bless you. Pastor Ayo Bami, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Elise, thank you for joining. Hope Zion, thank you. Apostle Joe Omwaka, thank you for joining. Odion, thank you for joining. God bless you. Pastor Zion, thank you for joining. John, thank you for joining. Stacy, thank you for joining my very Apostle Sunday. How can I thank you? Thank you, Daddy. Thank you for always being there. Thank you. I'm really grateful. Thank you. Vivian Ediale, thank you for joining. God bless you all. I'll see you on the 18th of March. Don't forget to invite family and friends. On the 18th of March, we are bringing someone very, very strong when it comes to this business. God bless you all. I'll see you on the 18th May. God bless you.